Just an understanding of the Department of Corrections, understanding how things worked, and because it is different. Like when I met with the governor about the job, I told him my whole career had been about putting people in prison, and I'd never had to worry about what happened to them after they got there. So, and then the size of this agency. This is the third largest correction system in the country, and so. I came from FDLE, which is a relatively small agency compared to the Department of Corrections. I think at the time I left, I think they had 1,600 members, and at the time I arrived here, the Department of Corrections, I think, had approximately 25,000. So getting a handle on that, and then probably hand in hand with that's been the budget. There'd already been substantial reductions in the budget, and then right as I arrived here, there was an expectation of additional reductions, which included consolidation, closing some of our prisons, which I don't know that any previous secretary ever had to close 6 prisons and 6 work camps within 1 year of arriving here. So that was very, very challenging to primarily from the point of meeting the expectation of the consolidation that was coming from the legislature and the governor, but also of taking care of the people. Even at FDLE, sometimes you can't put the members of the organization first because that's not your job. Your job is to deliver the mission. But I've always tried to hold the care and the well-being of the members of the organization up there at least on an equal footing with that, and whenever possible to do things such a way to minimize that impact. And for the most part, I think we did relatively well. We didn't lay anyone off. Some people did resign, but that was challenging. And then just the whole legislative session, with all of 3 months corrections experience, I'm testifying for legislative committees about things that I had I had to cram the night before at every committee meeting to be conversant in those topics. So that, and I think wrapping up the privatization issue, that was, I feel it consumed the session for our department. A lot of other things that we probably needed to look at really didn't get looked at because the focus was all on privatization and the controversy of privatization.
Mm-hmm.